Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. Eric Clapton. I would like to say that I finally got over the obsession of listening to the song Layla over and over again on cassette on a Walkman. I was listening in Israel on the coach bus that was touring around with full of kids my age. I was 16 years old at the time. And I heard this song, Layla, I don't know, many times on the bus. I sometimes rewind it and play it again right away. I like music when I like it, and I don't know why when I play it uh, play it. Well, if I could hear it on the radio, it would be just whenever it's on, or when I play a song like press play and play a recording. I don't know why sometimes I have a feeling that I like it elsewhere. As I remember that I liked it more before, and I want to just like it and then go on to something else to do with my life. Instead, I have like the desire to really feel the song the way that God like means it for when I'm really interested. And there's so many times I hear recorded songs that are played either by myself or just in mass communications that I like it or I don't like it. I want to like it as much as I feel it, and then if I don't, I just don't want to hear it. I want to be elsewhere, doing something else, not listening to music. So, what is Cohen? Cohen. The last name of some people who had dung genital illegal alive. They are surrounding the soul was creating. Well, can't say that because the soul's not the creator of the entity Jesus. He has a creator that is elsewhere's. And it was elsewhere's that they were eating the soul's food. So that's why I bring that up. If you see food in the public that belongs to the soul and the threatening, and this world is so low that you minimally know what the soul is unless you see a Kia soul in traffic and it might remind you of such a thing as a soul. But you know what a soul is. You don't really know the reverence it is to be around the soul. You just know that it's something in the leverage. You're supposed to love the soul as God. You're not supposed to say, what can the soul do in leverage? of alive. It's not here to serve you. You have too many years in restaurants, food service, too many years with paying charges in supermarkets for food. You have too many years of trying to tell the creator of yourself that you don't have a problem that you need, that you can be uh, you can be of service to someone else, you can help somebody else, you can be a good person, you can be a professional do-gooder. That's what Chris Passo said to me about how she's not going to pay out a house key to myself in North America because she doesn't need it because she can live in South America. Nope, she's going to be a professional do-gooder, and that has nothing to do with me. And I am still not deceased out of the formed world yet because she wouldn't pay out a house to me in California so I could have a new start. And I applied to law school in California and I got in, but I didn't have the house. I needed the house that Chris Passo had in Palo Alto, California to be paying for law school at Southeastern University in Los Angeles. So I declined the acceptance to the law school. I would need more money to live in California. It's not easy to get money for me, but it was elsewhere, away from Wisconsin, where all the money was tied up and locked up. And I didn't have the interview with the law school. They accepted me by mail, and I I think I need the law school to tell me what is their plan for my future. They're not supposed to ask me what do I want out of a law school, like what can I do for the law school and what can I do within the law school. What I needed is that the law school would tell me it found something wrong with that I needed to be in law school that was not really my doing, and not about blame, not about fault, but not my doing, that I live in some certain circumstances that would lead me to apply to law school after I'd been a kindergartner myself. The law school should have told me that. But that's me not having an interview because I don't afford that you sit down with me and ask me what am I going to do with my life like a parent. That's what's not interesting about the law school being in my leverage. It is in my leverage, but it's in my leverage deceased right here that they did not do what they should have done for me that I applied. And I also had an interesting house in California, and I have another interesting house that's um, the Kardashians houses plural. I could have been in California around all these big houses, and they're all populated by Kardashians and their problems, and I don't have Southeastern University in Los Angeles, California contacting myself about those houses because they don't know. Really, they don't know. They're not like a sex offender, ain't gotta tell you what to do. Yes, I did execute the creation of myself because it's beneath myself. But well, I don't know you that way. We are not friendly on that matter. No. The creation of myself is some design of the probleming of Michael Michelson, whom you know as Jesus. And he is not to create myself because he made this whole entire world a mega disaster. But you can't create myself because you have a disaster and you don't know what to do. That's the wrong problem that you even know what sex is. It's wrong that you listen to music. It's wrong that you eat the food. It's wrong that you do that in the masses. I can see that it's alive that way and that it fills the time. It does. I can see that the creation does move the time that way, but it's low. I don't actually move a low creation because I have some kind of a question with myself. I am here deceased, and you are moving a low creation around myself deceased, and it's making it a low life form for me that I didn't have in prejudice. I wasn't really alive that way to begin with. I wasn't born that way from your point of view. So it's really a burden to myself that you want to create myself for you to be a certain way around myself, and you don't see what's wrong with it. I don't need so much elaborate creation of what's wrong with it for me to see that about you. If that's what's wrong with it for you, that's not on my time. You're due in prison, so you can know what's wrong with you on my time. You're not due in public to know what's wrong with you in public on my time. That's not due. So emphasis on the prison address deceasement. I didn't say that elsewhere. It's in view that you can go to jail, you can go to prison because you could see that on TV. So you can go, and if you see the police in traffic, you can always go to jail and prison. They are always making that threatening. But the address deceasement, that is the emphasis of you needing that out of a prison. You need to be out of the address, being in public. The trafficking, human trafficking of the address, that is illegal to your genitals. Your genitals are not due in human trafficking of addresses. Your illegal genitals are due in prisons if they're not just homeless on their way to prison by maybe accident. But you should go to prisons so that you have more control over yourself. But you have illegal genitals, and that's what's worth. You don't have enough leverage to say, I'm going to take my illegal genitals to prison. I'm going with my illegal genitals to prison. You approximately can't do that, but you will be homeless and end up in prison. Is well, maybe that you could understand that because you will have experienced that. You will have gone that way with yourself, and it's like gone in reverse. You need to be outside homeless with illegal genitals for deceasement of address because your illegal genitals have a deceasement of address in the genitals. They're illegal. That's what's illegal about them. I have an address. It's 7617 North Santa Monica, but in Village of Fox Point, Milwaukee County, state of Wisconsin, United States of North Continent, America. That is my address, and but that's not really known by me, except I heard it from somebody else in my house, and that's not an adequate problem. I would have had to step outside and look at the address and know what it is myself. I would have to go outside and find the house number on the house. I would have to find the mailbox, find the house number on the mailbox, and then I have to walk to the nearest street sign and find the street sign and know what the street is, and then I have to go to the post office and find out what the village is, and then the city zip code, the state. I would have to find that out at the post office myself. And I don't have a live that way. There was a car parking in my house. It left the house. I left with the car, and I didn't know how to get back to the house when I was in the car, so I don't have the address that way. I admit that. I was out of the house without going back to the house on my own self, walking. I didn't walk there so I could find it myself. I have to do it walking to say that I know the address of my house. So there's something wrong with the address that way. Um, it's just alive that way for me, and I don't really want the house that way because it's not a correct for my God form. It's a lower house than I can afford to live in. But I got executed out of myself, and I ended up in this God form, and I don't want it. But anyway, it's been alive for 45 years. I know I keep saying that because it's too much time. It's not fair that I am myself and moving the creation for that much time. And I'm almost done, but I still have a little more time, and I'm going to need more food, but I don't want to ask for it. Mitch, I don't want to ask for more food because you don't want to watch my videos. And pretty soon he doesn't want to read my text messages, but he's getting them, and he responded today, a text today, that he doesn't want more videos. But the one who's not getting my messages anymore is the shut off cell phone number responses. I can still send the texts. It does record that I sent the text, and it does say sent, and it has little check marks that it's sent, but it doesn't respond. Like my mom figure, Donna, doesn't respond on the text messages that she received it, and anything she might have to say about what she knows about the text messages. She didn't write anything back. So I don't have that with Mitch yet. I still have that there's communication with the cell phone, and I do need the food for that reason through Mitch, through the cell phone. I know he doesn't want to watch the videos, and I don't want to lose the cell phone contact communication with that. He says he doesn't want something, and then I don't have that it would go through God. It has to go through God what he's going to do with the cell phone number. I don't know why my mom's cell phone number is not in communication anymore from her to me. I don't know why that is. And I don't ask questions because I can handle that life has gone on after that. It has been quite some time. So I don't know what's wrong with God and the money with the cell phone that doesn't want me to send videos by cell phone. Why not? Because it can. That's a very big blessing.